Hello fellow Total Warriors, and welcome to another online battle from Attila. Most specifically it's the 12-12 Medieval Kingdoms mod, not the usual 12-20 that I play. I just have had some fun time with Nopinkcreations, who is just a fellow small YouTuber, but his internet is a potato one, so he really stopped uploading his vids. He only do some retarded Kingdom Come Deliverance once, which is pretty retarded. Yeah. Anyway, so let's go over. I play as the Kingdom of France over here, and he's playing as the Kingdom of England. Let's go real quick and take a look at the army. I get 3 units of Chevaliers on each side, 6 in total. I got a couple of Pavage de Commune. I can't say that French. 2 units of that, yes. I got a ton set. I don't even know how many of crossbowmen and archers over here. The crossbowmen, the archers are Frank archers, and the crossbowmen are arbalisters. And the rest of the army goes pretty much like late sergeants with a mix of some dismounted Chevaliers, some swordsmen over here. Okay, it's just sergeants, and some pikes actually, the piqueurs. And these guys, I hope they're gonna do well, because they're quite squishy. As you can see, their armor is not that excellent. The sergeants are actually looking quite nicely. The sergeant de arms, which is different from the standard sergeants. They're better equipped, as you can see over here. And did I skip on anyone else? Yeah, the pole arms over here, the Volunteers, the communes, are quite armored as well, although it's mostly chainmail, not plate, so you know what that means. And yeah, pretty much that's most of my army. So let's go over to Nopinkcreations with the Kingdom of England, which he really hates, by the way, but I don't know why he chose that. Anyway, so he's got some late knights, 3 on each side, I think. Yeah, there's another 3 over there. He's got his King's Bodyguard over here, and by the way, I chose Zendark as my general over here. Do we get the icon for her, like a specific model? Let me just look around. I don't see her anywhere. She's probably armored as well, so you really can't tell the difference, can you? Alright, so for the main force of Pink's army, he's got some sergeants in the front, late ones, a lot of them. He's got a lot more. I think I get more archers, but he's got a bunch of them as well. He didn't go for ballistamen, just archers, yeomen of the guard, some retinue lockbowmen. Let's go up and check them. They're, oh my dear lord, they're even armored as well, at least with chainmail. And does he got any different? I don't think he did. He chose any different. And for reinforcements of his backline, he's got yeomen of the guard, which are billmen. How many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he even got some foot knights in the back, just waiting to go as a second wave in case some of his line break up, which is something clearly I didn't do, and I'll probably have to pay dearly. But anyways, so let's begin and see how this battle went. Sorry. Let's see how this battle goes. So immediately I send my front line in the ready up to advance. My archers are gonna soon follow. I'm still getting ready in order to decide what to do with the cavalry on the flanks. Of course, I'm gonna get a great charge on them. Now, as you can see here, they're not that greatly severed. I get golden 3 severance, and he's got only 2 silver. So yeah, I don't think how that goes. Over here, as you can see, he's getting a charge. I was just busy trying to get the charge on the other side. I managed to get it, but I think I really messed up over there. Although the balance of the combat is currently even, it's not okay. This guy is actually losing combat decisively at the moment, but this is why I send my spears in order to reinforce. He's obviously gonna try to get some foot knights over here, which kind of makes sense. My archers have begun opening fire into the enemy archers. They're not on loose formation, so they will go down immediately. And not immediately, it will take some time. Okay, so with the archers I target enemy archers, and with the ballistamen pretty much I target his infantry units. Over here I get a good charge compared to the left one. It was just This battle, guys, is 40 on 40 units, so it was really a messy fight for both of us. So a lot of derping was around, as you saw, especially on the left flank for me. So I follow up with some spearmen over here in order to get to fight these late knights of England, and I think I'm gonna eventually, as things look over here, he's not trying to get any reinforcements. His whole front line is engaging in the front, and he is also actually opening fire on my archers, and as you can see here with the blood and gore, they're just getting demolished, but so are his. And yeah, let's go back to the left side. My cavalry is not doing that well. This is where I decide in a little bit of you to pull my general, the Jeanne d'Arc, over here in order to get a back charge and possibly try to turn the tide. As you can see, now the mistake I did here is I didn't go that heavy on infantry. It was just my first battle on 12-12, and it was actually my first battle playing with 40 units, so I didn't really know how to go. And yeah, as you can see here, my main line is just breaking apart all over the place. Some of my men are still holding. I think my pikemen are the ones that are really doing the trick. They are just probably my MVP units in this match. As you can see here, they're just not letting anyone get past me. Some of my other units, like the late sergeants over here, sergeant arms, are actually winning the combat and turning on the enemy in order to get some job done. Let's go over here. So I pulled out with one of my cavalry. No, I haven't yet. Or did I? No. The fight is still ongoing over here, and as you can see from the battlefield, it doesn't go that well for me. I think I slipped up over there. But the problem is that alright, I can't find any pure example, but most of his troops are a lot better than mine. You can see here that these knights are golden 3 Chevron, and they're losing actually into combat with late knights that are silver Chevron. The same goes for these ones. Obviously on the left side I got a derping charge, and actually with the help of Jeanne d'Arc over here, I'm actually turning the tide, although at a huge cost for my cavalry. I wasn't quick enough, just 40 units, just quite messy, and yeah, I didn't quite perform. His archers, and as you can see, look at his archers. They're almost, some of them have used almost all of their ammunition, like 70% of it, and my guys are still almost at full. Like, they couldn't even get a decent target. And as you can see, damn it, I don't really know why I'm showing this battle. It went really south for me, because it's been when I played this, it was like 2 weeks ago. I haven't played, I didn't play any multiplayer in recent times, so it was like just getting back after a couple of months. I was a little bit, I might say, super rusty. And as you can see, the front line is breaking, everything is just collapsing. My archers, I'm just gonna put them on skirmish mode, try to salvage something. I'm just doing some crossfire just to punish any ongoing troops getting past my lines. The cavalry fight I'm winning also from over here. I managed to defeat one cavalry, one late knight, so I turned the other guys around and just get a back charge. But even with a back charge from here, with from the Chevaliers, as you can see, these guys are still wavering. Like, this is not really good for me. Over on this side, his cavalry is melting apart, as you can see, but his archers are all opening fire into my Jeanne d'Arc, and she only got like 38 models, and that armor piercing is gonna do some really heavy work on me, because they're all on heavy shot at the moment. It doesn't make sense. If you play this mod, you only go into heavy shot, because even the archers are armored, and the standard one is not gonna do much. So as you can see, that's why I said my pikemen are the MVPs. They're like pretty much the last men standing over here. Even when getting wrecked from behind, they still stand their lines. And how many, can I see the kills of them? Yeah, look at that, 155 kills. That's quite decent. How about my sergeants over here? 54 and 60. So you can see that the pikemen really did the trick. Let's see. Yeah, I get my cavalry finally to hop onto his archers, but as you can see, it's just beaten up to crap. Like only a third of it even remains, and they're actually quite wounded. So as soon as I go in there, they don't get the job done quite quickly. The pole arms are nearby, ready to advance, and they're just gonna chop down my knights. with quite ease, and I think this is where I gave up. I was like, okay, Pink, you got me, brother. Even though you can see that I won the cavalry fight, even that I got a really bad charge, I won the cavalry fight, but I just I went, I'm gonna go out. Yeah, the general has fallen. I'm gonna go out of the battle to see in the window that my actual mistake was to go really heavy on archers, because I was like, okay, this is like an era which armor really plays a lot of role. I didn't actually play 12-12 again any other time in my life, so I was like, most likely the infantry line is gonna be something like medieval. They're gonna hold against all tides for quite some time, so let's go with a bunch of archers, a lot of archers, and just shoot everything that's behind the front lines, and this is the way to win. Obviously it wasn't like the standard medieval 2. Attila is a lot different, even if these guys are trying to make it somewhat close. And yeah, this is how it went. As you can see here, the only guys that are remaining are just a bunch of spearmen and some archers just trying to get away and flee for their lives. My last several warriors over here are actually getting a longbowman unit destroyed, not destroyed, broken, not even shattered, and this is how it goes down. Quite a pathetic battle, I know, but I had to show it. I promised Pink that I would ridicule myself by showing this battle, and I'm a man of my word. So as you can see here, look how much thin my front line is, and look how many missiles that I actually got. And look at Pink's, he only chose all of this is infantry, and he only chose like half or even less of the archers. But the thing is, his cavalry, like all of my cavalry was golden chevron, and his wasn't, and still he somehow managed to get the freaking fights into his favor. I only won by trying to go into the flanks and just outflanking him with spearmen, and then trying to get one cavalry from behind, and that's the only reason like I won the cavalry fight. If it was like a fight on one, these guys would have won easily. I really don't get it. So yeah, this is like an inexperienced player getting into a game for the first time. As you can see, all of my troops are golden chevron. He obviously had some more expensive units. He didn't actually pick any chevrons unless something went wrong with the replay, and it doesn't show. And yes, he still got the win. His archers did quite a decent amount of kills. My guys are at the third almost of his kill count, all of them. Look at this pathetic guy, 3 kills. Like what was he hunting during the fight? Chicken, and he got only 3. Anyway, and that's how it went. I only had to show this because I promised Pink. So I really hope you enjoyed, guys. This was like a retarded battle for me, and feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.